Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Arizona facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Taking a look at Arizona. We've got Johnson. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Lewis in at the center. Cardinals on D. And stolen by White.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so. Plenty of the outstanding guards have played in Wildcat jerseys.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all three.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Cardinals on D. It's a 5-point game. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lewis. And Lee pulls it down. Outside White. This one for three, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Freak.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Johnson, a wide open look, drops in the tray. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lee kicks to Sanders. The feed to Matt. To the middle. Here's Lee. Tries yet again. Matt, no luck. Here's Mitchell. From deep, Johnson. Rebound by Harrell. Here's Sanders. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Now Lawson. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Lewis, left side. No good. Now Louisville takes it the other way. Now here's Sanders. And a wide open look for Lee. Lee with another miss. Lawson up top, covered by Lee. They get the rebound. Johnson. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And Sanders gets to Lee. He dishes it to Matt. Puts up the baby hook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good. Matt.
At the line for 2.
And so he hits both. Goodwin with it. It's deflected. Taking a look at Arizona. They've got Ewing. Goodwin out there with Williams. And it's Hollins in at the 3, the power forward position. Now here's Lee. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. On the wing, Hughes. Here's Rozier. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
So for the Cardinals, Thomas comes in from... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
Lee in at point guard. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the 5 spot. Taking a look at Arizona. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the center position. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. A title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
Now here's Lawson. Johnson the screen, and the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's Johnson penetrating. Off the inbound, no good. Well, Greg, Louisville with 3 college national championships. The first 2 coming in the 80s. Their coach then, Denny Crum.
Yeah, they won 2 back in 80 and then also 86. The program hasn't had a lot of coaching changes. Almost everyone who leads the program stays on for a long time.
Now Johnson following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Lawson from outside. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Lee dishes to Sanders. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Sanders has got 6.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's a completely new group for Arizona. Williams a screen. Now here's Goodwin. Tight defense on him. Lee with the steal. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And it's an 8-point Cardinal lead.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The screen from Ewell. Now here's Goodwin. He's covered closely. The dish now to Williams. 3-pointer. Arizona with another miss. Here's Hughes. No good on the triple. And here is Goodwin. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Here's what Louisville's got going right now. Early, he's checked in for Payton, and it's Russell in for Rozier. Lee, he's in at the point. Thomas is out there with Earl. Then it's Russell, and it's Hughes in at the small forward position. And here's Arizona now. They trail by 11. Watson kicks to Lewis. Thomas with the steal. Now the Cardinals moving it up. Russell's running from the low block. Again, the Cardinals score. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Cardinals.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And it's Lee penetrating. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA break. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
And Arizona making a change here.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
To the left wing. Johnson against Sanders. Back to Lee. Stolen away. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Sanders covering. Arizona moving the ball around. Back to Lewis. Lawson against Lee. Here's Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Lewis. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Arizona trails by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Cardinals.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Lee. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Lewis with the 3. It's rebounded by Louisville. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kicks to Harrell. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mack, no luck.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Here's Lee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
It's our time. It's our time. You're so close to closing this one out. Freak, you're the hot hand. So let's get him the ball.
Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the Louisville Cardinals.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. They've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the four-man position. Shot clock at 6. No good from Lee.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Offensive rebound, Decker. Lee with the steal.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Badgers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And so Hawkins drills both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
It's back to Hill. Now the pass to Kaminsky. Now here's Decker. Not a lot of room. And Hill has it in the corner. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Now here's Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas, no good.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lee passes to Thomas. Hughes kicks to Lee. Lets it go from 11. Again, Thomas missing. On the court right now for the Cardinals. Lee in a 2-guard. Thomas is out there with Payton, and it's Rozier in at the point guard. On the wing, Hughes takes the 3. Here's Thomas. The shot is off. Wade with the defensive effort. Pass to Hawkins. Outside Conley. Passes it to Hawkins. There's a good screen. From the arc. Conley's shot is off. And here are the Cardinals.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Hill kicks to Wade. Lee with the block. To end the drought, the Badgers pull it in.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
There's a good screen. Outside Hill. Pass to Hawkins. The three. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hawkins has got 5 points so far.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty. I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling.
Thomas a screen. Here's Lee outside. Louisville again missing.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Ball's knocked loose. Lee with the steal.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one-and-done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Thomas a screen. Shot to end this cold run. The shot's no good. And the first half comes to... And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the four slot. Now here's Kaminsky. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Goes up on the high post, and Evans gets it to go on the assist by Hill. So it's Louisville now. It's a one-point game. White dishes to Lee. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Lee's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Hill against White. And it's Hill penetrating. He dishes it to Kaminsky. And he gets it to go. And it's a 3-point Badger lead.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft.
Russell, he's checked in for the Cardinals. Price comes in for Lee. Lee in at point guard. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the center. And it's Evans missing. And here are the Cardinals.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Louisville.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And here's Decker following the three-pointer by Freak. There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. He used that pick just right. And Wisconsin leads by 1.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure. Some good numbers for Lee. He has 11 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been a big part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Hill, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hawkins comes in for Fisher.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Harrell, the pass to Lee. Down low. Got a piece of it. Here's White. And right on target. Good.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Here is Hawkins. Kicks it to Hill. Doubled by Lee. The feed now to Kaminsky. It's back to Hill. Here's Evans. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. So it's Louisville now. They trail by 1. The drive by Lee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And so he's good on both free throws. And that gives them the lead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
58 seconds left here in the second half. Decker with it. He's picked up by Lee. Decker kicks to Hawkins. The Badgers working the ball around now. Feeds to Evans. Now the pass to Hawkins. With the fadeaway. Connects.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Lee against Hawkins. Down low. Mag dishes to White. From downtown. Evans with the rebound. Here's the Badgers with the ball. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Here's Kaminsky. Here's Hill. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Well, Kev, that took forever. I don't know what took him so long, but the coaching staff can't be pleased with that right now.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Harrell setting the pick for Lee. And that one goes long. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling it is.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
Hi, I got you on speaker.